Hi guys, today's video is going to be all about my hair and what I've been doing with it. I know that I haven't said much about it. When I went natural, I had planned to do updates and other things, but I didn't end up doing that, and I guess by the title now you'll see why, and I'm here to explain, so stay tuned. So the title is real. I did texturize my hair. I know this is gonna sound really bad to some of you, but I was unhappy, unmotivated, and uninterested in dealing with my natural hair. Not unhappy with my hair, my texture, like my natural hair itself, but the whole process of just trying to look like I actually comb my hair it was a lot to deal with. Like, you have to have a lot of time, or put aside a lot of time to deal with your hair, and doing that, putting aside the time, knowing it's going to take you minimum 3 hours. That's just wash day. Combing your hair, you end up doing the most simple style that you can do, because if you have to leave really early for work, you don't have that time in the morning. Yeah. So besides time, then the shrinkage is another huge thing. Like, we all know you get shrinkage. It's part of the deal. But when it's summertime and you pick that time of the year, the one time of the year that you say, okay, I'm going to flat iron my hair, maybe it's your birthday or whatever it is, you decide to flat iron your hair, and it's so hot that either you crank the heat up and you do a bunch of passes to get it straight, not even super straight, because you're not even expecting super straight, just straight-ish. I was too afraid to damage my hair with the flat iron trying to straighten it. If you blow out your hair and it's just a little bit looser and it's more manageable, that by the time you add in your products after two days, 3 days, that's completely gone. And then you kind of wonder, well, why did I do that anyway, when most of the time I have to deal with it in its tightest state. When I look back on my big chop, I wasn't super excited. I wanted to do it. I was kind of excited to do it. I was fed up of being in a transition, so that's why I did it. I wanted to be out of the transition and finally see what it was like just being natural. And honestly, I think I preferred transitioning, because the straight ends didn't tangle the way your natural ends tangle and stay tangled, and no matter how you straighten them out, they keep their own pattern, which is tangled. Like I was saying, so when I did my big chop, looking back on it, I noticed that I was trying to be excited about it. Like, I wanted to be, but I definitely couldn't fake it. I didn't fake it in that video. If you notice, when they asked me, hey, how do you feel? And I was just like, so back to why. Definitely the number one thing is to save time. Now that my hair is looser, I can detangle it in bigger sections now. So right now, I think I was doing about 6 sections for my whole head, and that it's just amazing. Like, detangling is done in about 15 minutes, and before it was like 40 minutes to an hour. So that's huge to me, and when you save time, you just get excited. So detangling is exciting now. Time, shrinkage, the ends, not so much the product. I feel like I use a lot more product now just to make sure that it stays moisturized. So now I'm looking forward to a successful texturized hair journey through everything I've learned from dealing with my natural hair. Why did I texturize instead of relax? I wanted to keep most of my natural curl pattern. I still wanted the benefits of being natural, and not to have super straight hair, because the straighter you go, the weaker it is and the easier it will break off. So I definitely wanted to keep a lot of my texture in my hair. I will show you a little picture here of what my hair looked like after I texturized it. Yeah, so that's what it looked like wet right after the texturizer. I do prefer my texturized hair because of the manageability, but I think I do also like the look better. I mean, if you are dealing with the kitchen, you know what I mean. You try everything in your power to smooth out those little hairs back there that don't and won't, and they don't really have the growth potential to catch up with the rest, like these ones right here. So those were a bit irritating, I'm not gonna lie, those were really irritating. Also the edges, and just to address any natural Nazis out there, there's things about our bodies and society that some people like and some people don't like, and not everyone has to conform to the same thing because of whatever reason. So I just feel like do whatever makes you happy with your hair. If you want it short and blonde and super straight, it doesn't matter, because it's your hair, and if that's the way you want to look at that time, and if that's what makes you happy, and if you're okay with dealing with it, then definitely go ahead and do it. I didn't film the process of texturizing my hair because I wasn't sure what exactly I wanted to do. I thought about maybe just doing the edges just so they're a bit easier to manage because they weren't meshing with the rest of my hair. So I thought about just doing the edges. I thought about doing the edges and the tighter parts, which is around, it's kind of around this middle part here. Those are the tighter parts. I thought about doing that, but in the end I just went for a full head application, and I have no regrets. I love my results, I loved how it turned out, and I will continue to retouch my entire head when the new growth comes in, and it'll probably be every 4 to 6 months. I used the Just For Me Kitties hair texturizer. I didn't use a relaxer to texlax, I wanted a texturizer, and it comes with this bottle of oil, and you're supposed to use half the oil in the chemical, but I put in the whole bottle of oil just to further reduce the amount of processing that I would have. And I used my castor oil, like I doused my hair in castor oil to again further reduce the amount of processing that I would get. I did leave it in for 13 minutes from application to rinse out, either 12 or 13 minutes. The maximum time was about 60 minutes. Definitely comment below and let me know if you want to see my process. I'll probably, the next time I do a touch-up, I will do a video of the process for you guys if you want to see that. I would like to apologize to those that subscribed for natural hair videos, and now that I'm not natural, I don't really fit into that category, especially all my 4C girls that had a similar texture to mine, and they probably wanted to see what I do with my hair, what works with my hair. I am sorry for that. I wish that it did turn out different, and I wish that all worked out, but it didn't, and all I can say is do what makes you happy, whether you stay or you go. I would love if you stay, because we can still learn from each other. Also, for the 4C hair type, I'm definitely not saying that it's not manageable. It can definitely be managed. If they stop making relaxers tomorrow, I definitely know how to deal with my hair, manage my hair. And I'm also not telling anyone to texturize their hair because their hair is 4C and it's more manageable this way. I'm definitely not saying that. Just love your hair and do to your hair what makes you happy and excited about it. I am super excited to start my texturized hair journey. I texturized my hair September 5th, if you're wondering, and I will definitely do an update really soon, so look out for that. Look out for tons of hair videos on my texturized hair because I'm so excited. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and so much for sticking around if you're still here. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Don't forget to comment, let me know your feelings, rate, and subscribe if this is your first time here and you want to learn more about texturized hair. Bye!